Says live. Go ahead and play. Let's see what happens. I'll see if I can get it set up.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Very nice.
Did you make the magic happen?
I did. It's working.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Hello, everybody out there on the internet. We're back. We are back in swing with Irish Night at Blue live stream concert series, or whatever you want to call it. I think I need to shorten that because I'm tired of typing it.
I don't know.
In any case, this is our first show of the fall season. We're very excited. We have just about every Wednesday booked between now and mid-December. We have some really great acts coming up for you. No exception tonight was two of our favorites from the very beginning of Irish Night at Blue. Have made quite a few appearances together and separately, different times. And always glad to have them back in any form whatsoever. Matt and Shannon Heaton from the Boston area. Everybody give them a big round of applause.
Woo!
You can imagine.
We're clicking away.
applause
We're
coming
clicking,
in now. So
we're clicking of our own right now.
it's
There's
been a
lot
while.
of tech to set up here.
There
Way to
is.
go, Tom. Thanks for keeping these series going with all of the various changing formats all the time.
You are welcome. We were just
You're
discussing
awesome.
the
Hi,
fact
Miles, and hi, Lisa. Nice to see you guys.
that Facebook and Restream have changed their interfaces since I last did a show. So tonight was a little interesting, but it appears to be working. If it's not, feel free to text me or let me know because it looks like it's working on my end. It's been a while since we've talked to all you folks. We started a little early, but you just missed a little bit of intro music. You can always watch the video later. We're going to continue on in just a minute. I just want to say we're glad you're here. We're glad you're back. We're going to be here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock most of the time. There's a few acts coming from Ireland that'll be on at 6, so pay attention to either my newsletter, which you can sign up on by emailing me at info@boghat.com or tom@boghat.com. It's BOGHAT.com. And let me know you want to be on the newsletter, and I'll sign you up. Or I put all that stuff on Facebook regularly, too. So if you want to go to the Irish Night at Blue page on Facebook, you can like that, and you'll get all the updates that you need to check out who's coming up the following week. We're streaming simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube because I am an internet wizard, and I have friends like Alden and Neil who have helped me get this working many months ago. But it's all up and running, and we hope you're going to enjoy the show, and we hope you're doing okay out there. I know it's been a hard summer for me just by not being able to do the things I want to do, just by watching certain numbers rise inexplicably, and other actions in the country that are kind of causing me great personal distress, much to my own chagrin. You know, it's hard out there for everybody. So, as I've always said all along, and I'll continue to say, I'm not going to do too much preaching about masks and all that stuff on here. You know what to do. I know my audience is a smart one, so you know what to do. I'm just going to say, like I've been saying, everybody be nice to each other. Let's all just be kind, and we'll get through this no problem. It'll go faster than you think. That's the only way to get through it. So, there is no other way. Don't try and get out of it. Just be nice to everybody out there. Without further ado, are you guys ready to play some tunes? How you been?
are.
How you been managing the apocalypse?
We're ready to play some tunes, and we're ready to enjoy your kindness, Tom. So,
All right.
thank you.
Well,
Maybe we'll play some flings. Is that a good thing to start with?
Of course, you guys are the wind beneath my flings.
We've been.
You're the wind beneath my flings.
Yeah.
Yes, more on flinging after this set.
We'll check back in a little later. For now, please enjoy Matt and Shannon Heaton.
Thanks, Tom. It's always really lovely to get a chance to play at Blue, and Tom is our in-person host, and it kind of still feels like we get the connection here through the Zoom with you, so thanks, Tom.
The whole
So
idea.
these are 2 flings for you, Tom. Who fling, fling. There we go. I did wash my hair for you tonight, and it turns out that it's good for me to do that as well. I'm really feeling like a clean $1,000,000.
Man, it's so good.
And
so
Stu,
good.
I'm glad you found us. Cheryl, it's so nice that you're tuning in. And Elizabeth and T in California, yay! So I am manning the YouTube comments. Matt is trying to do the Facebook comments, but you're
Unsuccessfully, I have not been able to find it. So.
not finding it on
Yeah,
Facebook.
no,
That's
but,
okay.
yeah.
You're Facebook, and I'm going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
You can
want to
try
talk
again.
for a second? I'm going to try it.
So we
quickly.
started out with some flings and a jig, and now we're going to carry on with a song called The Cruel Salt Sea. Hi, Mary. Nice to see you down the road. The Cruel Salt Sea tells the tale of this woman who has gone and done a foolish thing, off with the first handsome young knight that comes along. Turns out he's not such a great guy. She gets into a bit of trouble. She ends up with her fierce upper body strength getting out of this scrap of trouble. And then she goes back home. She doesn't want her dad to know that she has done this foolish thing. So she enlists the help of her parrot. So the alibi is provided by the parrot, as is common in these ballads. How you doing there, bud? Did you found it?
I found it.
Okay, you found it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
And now I see that Bethany has a G&T in hand, and I'm feeling like, Matt, you're in charge of Facebook comments, but I think G&T sounds really nice
God,
after.
You guys, G&T.
But first, the Cruel Salt Sea, and we're...
Maybe there will be a lot of acapella singing while I go make drinks.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I'm at Blue. A handsome knight from the north he came, a lovely maiden he spied, and he promised to take her into the hills, make her his bride, make her his bride. Bring me some of your father's gold, some of your mother's fee, and the two best horses from your yard. Bring them straight to me. Oh, bring them straight to me. So she rode away on her milk white steed, he on the dapple gray. And they rode till they came to the cruel salt sea, 3 hours before the day, 3 hours before the day. 6 pretty maidens I've drowned here before, the 7th you shall be. Come down, my pretty fair maid, give that gold to me, and give me your clothes, they are much too fine to rot in the cruel salt sea, to rot in the cruel salt sea. Oh, the maiden thought quickly, sweetly she said, turn your face to the tree, for it's not fit for a villainous man like you, a naked lady should see, a naked lady should see. Or me. Oh, as he turned himself around, turning his face to the tree, she grabbed his middle and flung him down, way down in the cruel salt sea, way down in the cruel salt sea. If 6 pretty maidens you've drowned here before, the 7th has drowned me. Oh, the 7th has drowned me. from up in his bedroom so high. Turn to the parrot below. What's the matter with you, my pretty Polly? Tell me so I shall know. Tell me so I shall know. Hush, said the maiden, say not a word. Tell no tales of me. Oh, master, there came an old cat on my page to take my sweet life from me. But the winds from the sea scare the kitty away. Good luck from the cool salt sea. Good luck from the cool salt sea. Oh, folks, Art, I'm so glad you made it. Yay, Carrie, I hope your internet holds out for a little while. And Charlie, thank you. Mom, hi. Cheryl, hi. So did anybody catch my little slip of the tongue? I said, Master, there came an old cat on my page. The cat is supposed to say that the parrot came on his cage, but I said page, because that is the kind of interfacing that we do these days, is via pages. Ha ha ha, isn't that
Whoa,
funny?
man,
So earlier I did say that we were doing some flings, and there's a fling comment that I wanted to make. So I had this idea. Mom, you're tuning in so I can show you. You gave us this beautiful journal for Christmas, and I had this idea. We're going to make this wonderful family pandemic pages, right? Like a pandemic journal. And everybody in the family is going to write in it, which we have been doing. I thought it would be like a lot of poignant stuff. Really what we're doing is like silly cartoons. And last night we did we came up with some of our own, like...
This is genre, friends. Books never written.
Books never written. Like Under the Bleachers by...
Seymour Butts.
We know that one. Or The Brown Wall by...
Who Flung Pooh.
Yes, or the fling. That's the fling. That's right. Okay. So we're going to be saying some of these, and if you'd like to share some of your own, that's great. But we've made up some of our own as well, and some of them are really good. So we're going to be sharing, what is it called again?
Books Never Written.
Books Never Written. Okay, so we have Under the Bleachers, The Brown Wall by Who Flung Pooh, The Yellow River by I.P. Freely. More to be continued after this next set of tunes. We're going to play some jigs.
We are. We're going to play a few jigs. Against the Grain, one that Shannon wrote, which is particularly relevant right now because it's about wood graining. It's about wood graining things, and paint techniques. And
Yes.
friends, there have been a lot of paint techniques going on in the house lately.
Yes, but we wrote this for Vincent Crotty,
Yes,
who
we did.
painted these two magnificent paintings behind us. So,
And Bethany Wakeman would like to hear the Blackbird later.
oh, you're a dote. Of course, anything for you. Bethany Wakeman is one of my favorite guitar players of all time. If you don't already know her, you should check her out.
She's over there.
She's over there on that screen. But she plays with a band called Fola, Fodhla, and they're really worth hearing. I see that Katie McNally, who will get a shout out later, hopefully you will give us a good book never written as well. We'll tell you more about her later. 2, 3. are getting some good books never written. Now to make it really funny, we got to have like, the author, the funny author. The titles are funny though. Mistakes I Have Made, Volume 4. Is like a tattoo, No Regrets. That is my favorite tattoo ever. Chris, I'm glad you're here. Lindsay, you made it. Woohoo! Adam, yes. Thank you for tuning in, Brian. And thanks for liking my tune. And you're over on the Facebook page. You're handling those.
Yes, I was. Katie does have a request for The Secret Lardon about a charcuterie platter with hidden treasures. Again, not totally following
like
the format,
larder?
but fun.
Like larder?
I think it's a ham thing, isn't it? No, lardon. I don't know. Isn't that a? We're gonna need some clarification there on that one, there, Katie.
All right.
More gin and tonics, please.
Okay.
Right. So we are going. Oh no, we're gonna read some of these.
No, I'm gonna read one more.
Okay.
I'm gonna read one more. We're just gonna parse them out.
Yeah.
So another one, "Split Pants" by Eileen Dover. That's a classic.
That's a good one.
Yes. All right. And on that note, we're going to play a song about a motorcycle.
That's right, we are.
Right?
That's right. I'm gonna even move the microphone.
Yes,
to
good.
me.
Pardon me.
Where's she going? She's abandoning me. What, can you believe this? Well, I don't know where she's gone, but we're gonna do a Richard Thompson song for you about a motorcycle. Of course, 1952 Vincent Black Lightning. Funny thing, you guys. The apparently
Shannon has left the meeting.
Yeah, Shannon has left. Oh, Tammy, how's it going? Good heavens! All right.
I'm doing YouTube. You're doing Facebook comments.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, Tam, I'm glad you made it. Okay, you were in the middle of a story, and Shannon left the meeting.
It's just not gonna work. So here we go.
Okay, ready? 2, 3.
Says Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. A girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you on the corners and the cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my color scheme. And he pulled her on behind and down to Box Hill they did ride. Here's a ring for your right hand, but I'll tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. I've fought with the law since I was 17. I've robbed many a man to get my Vincent machine. Now I'm 21 years, I might make 22, but I don't mind dying if it's for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Come down, Red Molly, cried Sergeant McRae. They've taken James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast to his chest, left nothing inside. Come down, Red Molly, to his
So that was for you because you got your axe recently. You got your new gear. But Doug and Darcy, I'm so glad that you're tuning in. That's great. And Jennifer in Michigan, yay. And Patrick O'Leary, I totally remember playing that in Boulder, and I totally remember you being there. Okay, so Stu has one. The Art of Decomposing by Wolfgang Mozart. That's a pretty good one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm going to share a Heaton original. These are books never written with silly mythical authors who hopefully have never been. This was, I think, maybe borrowed from somebody, but kind of Nigel put it together. The Dark Spot by Pierre Pants. So great. In the poignant pandemic pages that the Heaton family is keeping.
Meanwhile,
only reverence here.
Katie is still coming in well there with weird culinary references. Moby Spotted Dick. I still think that Katie, we need to chat about the format here, but
it's okay.
But God bless her. You know, I can't believe you're even looking at a screen after just producing a whole fiddle camp. So bless your heart for being here.
So Katie McNally,
you just fly your freak flag, Katie. That'll be grand.
Katie is also another favorite musician of ours, and we had planned some really spectacular shows with she and her partner Neil, a spectacular piano player. It was going to be a really fun co-build tour. We'll do it again. We'll do it once sometime. We'll do it once sometime. Yep. So here you go. Some reels on that note. Poo flung poo. Be a little bit reverent for this beautiful tune called P. Joe Hayes No. 2.
I'm back.
Hey, Tom.
I got tired of not talking.
We missed you. And your kindness.
Great stuff so far, guys. It sounds good. I get no issues on my end.
Good.
We had a little snag at the beginning. It may not have been broadcast from the beginning on the Irish Night page. People shared it from my personal page. I don't know what happened. I did it again, and it seems to have worked. If anybody out there was watching it on the Irish Night page for sure since 8 o'clock, I would love it if you would just put that in the comments so I know it worked from the beginning the right way. But Facebook's, oh, there's one. We got a little guest star. Dougie loves whistles. I don't know if you have a whistle on you. He usually comes.
Oh, yeah. Definitely we'll have to pull that out for you and for Bethany.
He's bored already anyway. Great stuff. Sounds great. You guys are having fun?
Oh, yeah.
I'm loving did you see the last one that came in? You're in Trouble Now by P. Ware. That is pretty funny. That is a good one. We're coming up with book titles. It also would work to be by Behave, right? You're in Trouble Now by Behave.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but it's funnier P. Ware because it's urine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's
Nice.
a joke, Shannon. It's Pete.
Urine's always funny.
Yeah.
True.
It is.
Bethany just had a good one too on the Facebook chat.
Yeah. Where is that?
I make up a imaginary
Matt's in charge
battle.
of that.
I know.
He's fallen down on the job.
Well, no, I just have to reach farther. Yeast of Eden by John Meinbach. Oh my gosh. It's a baker and a beer joke
Uh-huh.
at the same time.
She's clever, that one. So I have this imaginary war every time I do this between Facebook and YouTube, and I have to say they're like at a dead heat tonight. It's pretty good. Usually
Like a
YouTube
race.
is well behind, but they're coming up in the ranks, and the chat is actually pretty active in both. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for chipping in and giving us some funny comments, or even just a hello or a little emoji thing or whatever these are. We're glad to see you here. Tell you quickly, this is Irish Night of Blue. We're going to do this every week at 8 o'clock right here on the Irish Night of Blue channel on Facebook and on YouTube. We got a great lineup. I'll post that during the second set. The rest of the show's coming up for the rest of the year. You can check that out, see who you like, but they're all good. You should come back and see it whenever you can. It's all free, except for when we ask you for donations. So right before I came on, I did update both of the comments with the PayPal and Venmo link for these guys. If you have some extra dough laying around that you're not using, to buy masks or, personal protective gear, then please send them a few dollars or whatever you can afford, or a bunch of dollars would be even better. Times are hard for professional musicians. Both of these guys make their living playing music full time, and it's going to be a while. So it's not going to get any easier for a while. So we're going to rely on your support. That's pretty much the main reason why I'm doing this here. Get some help for the musicians. And I also put a link in there for the venue Blue in Portland, Maine, that is. That we usually do this in every week. We've been doing it for 15 years without this break. We were coming up on 15 years. Would have been a good birthday if we could have done it in person. But it's been going on a long time. We've had a lot of great acts in there. It's a great community, comes together and shares some music and plays together, and a big session after the show and all that stuff. So we're trying to get back to that. We want to make sure Blue's there when we're able to, and anything you can do to help them out. They have live streaming almost every night of the week. Well, I think it's down to maybe 3 or 4 nights a week. I don't know. Ace will probably send me a correction just as it's too late for me to say it onto the Zoom. But check out their page, Blue, on Facebook. They've been doing a lot of streaming with a lot of great local acts and even some acts from away here and there. So worth checking out and contributing when you can there as well. So you guys have been very busy trying to do other things. I know Shannon has a great podcast that's been going on now for a while. Some very special guest stars, very good choice in the interviewees, I have to say. Having been
Indeed. You were a guest once, Tom, on the Pipers episode. I loved that one.
That's right. You put me up against Tim Britton, though, and I didn't sound very smart because nobody does next to Tim Britton. But he's going to be here in a couple of weeks, so I'll just make it up to him by making fun of him then.
But Tim is very celestial. And I
is.
feel that you're very grounded and rooted, Tom. So I just had to have,
That is fair. Except we're both pipers, so all bets are off. And while we'll get along together, you probably don't want to stand too close to either one of us. In any case, how's the podcast been going? Give us a brief version
the
of it.
latest one is an episode about musicians who have exciting musical projects that are that have a real big mission. So Liz Knowles, a great fiddle player in Maine. She and Laura Risk, another fiddle player in Montreal, have this Sustainable Touring Arts Coalition. Feels sort of silly since musicians are not touring right now, but this is the time to talk about how to travel lightly so that when we all get to go back on the road, that maybe we do it a little bit more lightly. And I talked to Dana Lynn and Kyle Santa, who have an extraordinary project celebrating biodiversity and the need to protect the coral reef and the endangered species. And it's a really beautiful musical project, but they have a
They've been
also
at that for quite a while.
Yep.
They
So
did
I
a
talked to them,
performance
and
at
I
the.
talked to a beekeeper as well. So
Oh, yeah?
that was a really neat one to put together.
Cool. I used to live on a farm with bees in Gorham, Maine. It was interesting. Yeah, they had llamas too, and two gigantic dogs. It was a really fun place to live for a while. That's something I'm very interested in. I've had that conversation with Liz, and we had plans actually to get together to kind of discuss it further before all this madness began. I would love to be able to put the music into action, to do good things, and I think there's people doing that already. There are avenues out there for that. I'd like to learn a little more about it and see if I can help facilitate it or even join in once in a while. So that's great. It's nice to hear the podcast. When I get a chance to listen, I try to. And it's really well done, folks. It's called Irish Music Stories. And I don't know how you find podcasts, but all you people do. So you know how to find that. Go to your podcast button on your phone, and then I'm sure it pops right up. And Matt's been keeping busy, has become a highly celebrated, from what I understand, children's performer in the Boston area, mostly doing rockabilly, right, for kids?
Yeah, toddler Billy. Yeah, I play a lot of
Toddler
that.
Billy?
Yes, I specialize in mid-century electric guitar styles for children. No, but yes, I do a live stream on weekday mornings at 10. I did see one of my buddies who tunes in was asking for the new Bouncing Bunny song this evening, which I don't know if we'll be doing this evening, but you can tune in tomorrow morning and I'll do that. So
You got to keep them guessing.
yeah, that's right. That's
Keep
right.
them coming back. That's fantastic, and I think it's great. I don't have kids, but if I did, I would much rather they listen to rockabilly kids music than some of the stuff I've heard my brothers and sisters have to listen to over the years. So, good on you for bringing good music to small children, and that could be the best thing we could do for the future of the world, perhaps. If the next generation is like totally hooked on rockabilly, I think that would be a really good thing. But it takes all kinds. I'm glad you guys are active and have ways to keep yourselves moving and afloat during the tough times. And I'm glad that you're here with us tonight. It's so nice.
Thanks
I wish we
for
could be in
having us.
person, but it's so nice to have you here to kick off our fall season. So,
Like fall.
that's all I got. We didn't have anybody from Blue available to come on tonight. Sometimes during the fall, we'll have a representative from Blue come on and give us an update. But I know they're still doing their live streams and they're still hanging in there and making some plans to come back when they can. So what I do know is that Therese from Blue is very involved in the NIVA, it's NIVA, I think .org, I believe. Maybe somebody will put a link in there for me. It's an organization out there trying to help small venues. They need the help all over the country. So we've already lost a couple in Portland. Portland's a small town, not that many venues. One big one is gone. I think some of the other smaller ones are about to go. Mostly rumors there, but it's happening everywhere. I've heard it's in the thousands of venues that have closed down. So that's not going to go well for the musicians or for the venues or for the live music scene in the world. So things will certainly be different when this is over. But whatever we can do in the meantime to help and keep the faith, keep the word, that'll be a good thing. I always come back to being morbid in COVID times. I apologize. I don't mean to do that, but
You're
as I
feeling
said,
blue.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. You guys ready to keep going? Give us some more tunes?
Sure. We'll play some
All
subjects.
right, we got plenty more to go from Shannon and Matt, folks. Please welcome back the Heatons.
So those are two slip jigs. A jig I wrote called First Date to commemorate our first date, and then a tune called Pick the Lock by our friend Anthony Davis. So Tom and Wendy, you made it. Yay! And Dan, The Missing Link by Neil Anderstall-Mann.
Oh.
Did you make that up? I mean, you're clever, so you probably did. That is good.
That's a really good
We will
one.
read from the book of Heaton's, of The Books Never Written. So we've mentioned a lot of them. Split Pants by Eileen Dover. The Dark Spot by Pierre Pants. Nigel kind of adjusted that one a bit. Good job. 10-year-old, almost 10-year-old. Under the Bleachers by Seymour Butts. The Brown Wall by Who Flung Pooh. The Yellow River by I.P. Freely, a classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a new one. Saggy Pants by Milo Balls. It's a good one. I came up with that one last night. And I'll do one more, and then hopefully you'll come up with better ones. The Broken Zipper by Willie Hertz. Okay, and on that note, we're going to sing a song, a beautiful song by Ewan McCall, which is called Sweet Thames, Flow Softly. So Patrick O'Leary, if you're still tuning in, you'll remember this from back in the Shukra days.
Oh, and incidentally, Bethany has kind of changed her expectations of her request that if we can't do Blackbird, she wants Baby Beluga. So.
It's the G&T time.
That's nasty. Oh well.
No, it's not all well. Redo. Redo.
Got a little back buzz. I don't know if you guys can even hear it, but
Oh, stop. Is it that little dude? Yes.
I don't think it is.
Are you kidding?
Is it actually?
Okay, now here we go. 1, 2, 3. I met my love near Woolwich Pier beneath the big crane standing. All the love I felt for her surpassed all understanding. Took her sailing on a river flow, sweet river flow. of sadness for not being able to do this with everybody. I just got a wave of joy at remembering how it felt how to do this in a live room when my sister said that we're projected on the movie screen and they're rocking out. That is awesome, and it just made me just really feel all of you in the comments, because I know you and I would love to be doing this with all of us in one room, and we couldn't because we're all over the country and all over the place. And so that is the silver lining, and I love that we can come together. I love that we humans are so resilient, and we can make lemonade and we can find community no matter what. I think it's fabulous.
And I'm sure glad that this all happened after they invented the internet.
That's right. Okay, so now let's bring it back.
Okay.
Come on, I'm seeing you're falling down on Facebook, and Jennifer is not falling down on the
Jennifer
job.
is making it happen. Scratch Made Buns by Phil O'Krabs.
Yes, and yes. Now this is a real Heaton concert. This feels very live.
No, here we go.
One more.
You're gonna
from the book. Yes. Things That Itch.
Oh.
By Mike Roch. Mr. Roch? Is there a Mr. Roch in that?
Mike Roch.
Okay, so we're going to carry on. We are, of course, doing the books never written. Oh dear, Matt Heaton is falling apart here.
Yes.
So, folks, we've been really enjoying doing a weekly session for other Irish musicians, and Matt is doing a lot of kid live streams, and we have not done really any duo concerts except for one that we did for our Colorado gang, and so this is delightful. Thank you, Tom, for keeping the music going.
Mike Crane, come on.
Yes.
Leaving the station.
Leaving the station.
I'm gonna play 3 tunes.
Good.
Yeah.
And then call it a day?
And then we'll do crow to finish.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
We'll do a little bird. We'll do a little bird set to finish. Or
Oh, yeah. No, I was just looking for my whistle.
oh yeah, so it's under the book. It's under the book full of gross titles.
That's awesome titles. Awesome titles. I know you're doing the Facebook side. It's like a wedding. It's like the groom's side and the other groom's side.
Yeah. So we're thinking we're gonna do 2 more songs, 2 more tunes,
Okay.
2 more sets, right? About that,
All right.
or
Sure.
some, or unless we do Baby Beluga, I don't know.
All right, Bethany, this one's for you. Oh, sorry. We have another one. Chris, I'm sorry I missed yours. In honor of Car Talk, Perfect Polling by Marge Inovera. Marge Inovera. There were great Car Talk ones. I feel like during this song,
Yeah.
if you think of another, and this is like the last chance to come up with your own or remember Car Talk ones. Because, yes, we're in Boston. Okay. Sorry, I had to swallow anyway.
Yeah,
And I wasn't really in tune.
It was
Okay.
all going.
Here we go. For
I don't
real
like
this
that
time.
swing either.
We're so live. So live. 1, 2.
No.
No.
You don't want to hear that the whole time.
Matt just changed his bouzouki strings. Don't they sound great? They're very live.
Those were some serious pre-pandemic strings on there.
They
it
looked
was
gross,
time.
yeah.
It was time.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am a poor girl. My misfortune seems sad. Many months I've been courting a young sailor lad. I've courted him truly, noon, night, and day. But now my young sailor has gone far away. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and see. I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in the top rigging, right there till my mast, and lie all night long on his lily white breast. My love's tall and handsome, with every degree. His parents despise him because he loves me. Let them despise him, say what they will, while I breath in my body, humble my man still. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in the top rigging, and there build my nest, and lie all night long on his lily white breast. If I were a scholar, took up my pen, I'd write a long letter to my true love. I'd send, I'd tell my misfortunes, my sad grief and woe. If I'd wings like a dove, to my true love I'd go. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in the top rigging, right there build my nest, and lie all night long on his lily white breast. If I were a painter, I'd see my love's face on a canvas in colors warmed by the sun's rays. His features so pleasing, his eyes glow love like an eagle I'd soar in the blue skies above. Oh, if I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the vessel my true love sails in the top rigging, and there build my nest, and lie all night long on his lily
wanted to see if if the internet could withstand the fully unleashed force of a recently restrung bouzouki.
And the answer is it can.
Yeah.
Well, folks, it has been a pure pleasure and privilege, a real delight to share an hour of music with you. We're going to finish off with our last submission for the Books Never Written with Gross Author category. I believe that our son Nigel came up with this one.
Wait. What about the before you do that one?
Yes.
There is what was it? 20 Yards to the Outhouse by Willie Make It.
That's a cute one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. So it's kind of chaste. Lovely. So before we finish off with this nice little moment of zen, and also a tune, I'm going to do Belle of the South Shore.
Sure.
Okay. Or Crow, whatever you want to do.
Let's do Crow because it's birds.
Great. Really, thank you, Tom. Thank you so much for keeping this series going. Thank you for doing Nights at Blue for so long, and for the local community. Many of them are on Facebook. That's why I'm indicating on this screen.
Yeah. Not that anyone can see, but
Shredding Bouzouki by Matt Heaton. Dan, that's
Oh.
great. But really, this is huge. It's huge. Community is huge, and it takes effort to make community and to feed community. And you've been doing it for a long time, and this is just a natural extension of that, and I just love it. So thank you so much for having us. Folks, if you're still being paid to work and you can chip in to the blue tip jar, that's helpful to keep the venue afloat. And if you cannot afford any tips, that's fine. This is for you and for all of us. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. So here is the final gross submission of the evening. The Big Big Boobs by Hans Off, otherwise known as Hands Off.
nice one.
Yes.
Yeah. And so we're gonna finish up with one more set of tunes. And thank you, Tom. And I'll just put a quick plug. If you play this stuff and you are working on a second instrument or a first instrument that you want to play slowly, we do a session on Saturday afternoon.
Yes, a
2 p.m.
mid-tempo
over on
session,
YouTube.
and there are some of our session folks
Yep.
here tonight, and it's really lovely to see you. And we have a whole bunch of people from all over the world who tune in because it is at a time that's friendly to our Euro and all over the world pals. So thanks for coming tonight. This is Matt Heaton on the guitar and the bouzouki. Let's hear from Matt. Woo!
This is more awkward than usual. And that's Shannon Heaton on the flute.
Yay! And let's give it up for Tom Rhoda on the blue hosting. Hop jig, jig, and reel.
Hey!
All right. Thanks again, guys. Great stuff all around, and a very lively chat tonight. So, thanks again for coming. That sounded beautiful, and you really got me energized. I was feeling a little overwhelmed by all the shows I booked for this fall, and wondering what I had done to myself when I had a nice month of crawling into a hole and not thinking about stuff. But this is going to keep me busy, and I feel really good about it now. Thanks to you guys. So.
You done a good thing, Tom. Thank you. Thanks. You made a lot of people happy.
You, I hope so. I think that was mostly you guys, but I'm a facilitator. Thanks again. Thanks everybody out there who joined in. Appreciate you watching. Come back and see us again next time, every Wednesday at 8 or so. And next week we have Laura Fedderson, Nathan Gorley, and Alan Murray live from their apartment, I think in Boston also as well.
Two great fiddle players and a wonderful backer, great bouzouki and guitar player and singer. They're wonderful.
Yep, all Blue alumni coming to you for a special COVID edition session show. Okay, everybody, be nice to each other out there and go listen to some Irish music on live whenever you can. And we'll see you all soon, I hope, in person. Come to our backyard and have drinks with me and Jody sometime.